Travel with me. Hey fellow humans, Mina here. Welcome back to another drive-in talk. Have you ever felt like reminiscing about the past in book form? A little kind of historical fiction? Well, I have the book for you, but it's recent historical fiction. Would it be considered historical fiction at this point? I don't know. I'll let you be the judge. The book I'm talking about is Hello From Here by Chandler Baker. And just gonna put it out there that I'm a little unsure how to rate this book. I gave it 3 stars, spoiler I guess, because it was slow to begin with, but it slowly got better over time. This book is a romance, by the way, and though for a romance, it was a bit depressing, primarily because of the time it takes place in. And why am I considering this a historical fiction? Because of the recent pandemic we all just lived through. This book was published during the COVID-19 pandemic, and it also takes place and occurred during the first big spike of the pandemic. While I read this book in late 2023, this book felt a little too fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I read it now in 2024, I still would feel like it's a little too fresh. I'm not sure that's the right word, but we're going with it. We reread romance stories that take place in other big world historical events like World War II, but the COVID-19 pandemic's a little too close to home and feels a little too soon. You feel me? The world was challenging for a while, and I don't know if people want to relive that wound so early. Having COVID-19 myself, thankfully a milder version, I didn't really need a reminder of all the craziness we all lived through in recent years. COVID-19 aside, the book itself was a bit depressing. I mean, I get it. A lot of people died or were sick, and many other tragic things happened during 2020 and the years that followed. But for a romance book, I just wasn't expecting it to get this dark. I will say, though, that Jonah, one of the love interest and main characters, anxiety was done really well, and I love the LGBTQ plus representation that was treated just so normally. But there were a lot of things that made this book a downer. It worked for the time it takes place in, but yeah, I was hoping for some extra cute lockdown moments. We kind of had some, but then they got depressing again. I also really hated the font. I don't blame the author on this one, though. I blame the publisher's poor choice in font selection. It worked for the text we see, but it's also super ugly for the main story. I think this book would be better if I had read it a few years from now, as opposed to the world finally returning to somewhat normal. I'm not sure if I would feel any different about it, as, again, lots of depressing things, but I probably would have enjoyed it more in a few years regardless. It's not bad, it's not super good, it's alright. I think if you're in the right headspace, however, you should give it a go. Plus, the cover is pretty cute, and that's what made me pick it up in the first place. How about you guys, my fellow humans? Do you think that it's too soon to have a romance book based off the recent pandemic we all just lived through? Would you read it? Yes or no? Do you agree with me or disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. Anywho, that's all I gotta say for now. If you want to keep hearing more about stuff, be sure to follow me on all your favorite socials. Links below. Stay safe and take care. Bye!